Okay, so are there someone new here? Or I think no. So we can start the conversation. You all know how Trinity works. Please be respectful. If you have any problem, you can click the button to ask for help. And choose a leader. I'm sending to you the questions. It's just to guide you. You can make your own questions during the meeting. And I will split you in small rooms to the conversation works better. Okay. So guys, see you 10 minutes before the end. Click on the button, please, to go to the small room. So let's start. So guys, good evening. Please introduce yourself and say to me if you like funk or not and why. Duda, can you start, please?
Yeah, I'm Duda, I'm 22 years old. I live in Rio de Janeiro. I studied architecture in college and I love funk. I don't like funk. I love so much. Like here in Rio, we listen a lot to it, like in the parties. If a party is good, it's because there's funk. Like used to us to have parties with sertanejo and I don't know other styles, you know. So funk it's in my veins since I since I was born. So I love it.
Amazing. And Angel. Angel, are you here?
Yeah. So, good evening. My name is Endel Miller. I am 32 years old. I'm geologist from Goiânia. And nowadays I'm living in Campinas. And I love funk as well, you know. I used to try to look through all the music styles, so, you know, to make my research kind of. And I really appreciate the funk because I think it's almost the most Brazilian style that we have, you know. It's a kind of very root Brazilian way to do funk, you know.
Yeah, I think all Brazilian rhythms are so cultural. So of course, funk is the most popular, but we also have samba that is really amazing as well. And forró, a lot of Brazilian rhythms. So, and you, Gustavo?
Hello guys, good evening. I am Gustavo, 28 years old. I live in Cajamar. Well, I like especially in parties. I think funk is so happy, you know, happy songs. It's really good to have a nice party. But I don't usually listen to it, you know, because I try to listen to or Spanish or English songs to practice the idiom, you know. So nowadays I'm listening more like not Brazilian music, but I like.
Good. And you, Lara?
Hi everyone, good evening. So my name's Lara. I'm 21 years old. I'm from Governador Valadares, Minas Gerais. I am a medical student and I'm eating now. So it's because of this that I will keep in closing in up to my camera. And I didn't like much funk before I entered the college, but when I entered the college, everything has changed. It's not something that I usually listen just when I am work doing workout or something. I in this case I put some how can I say like a rap song. So I there is some funk in my playlist. So it's something yeah I like, but it's not um all that I listen, you know. And yeah, it's this for now.
Yeah, about me, I think 10, 15 years ago, I didn't like funk. But when I listened Vou Desafiar Você for the first time, it was really hard to don't dance. It's a really good song. So the next question is, in 2017, people tried to criminalize the funk. Do you think it's fair? Angel, please.
No, it's not fair. Well, it's a big problem that we have here, you know, in terms of cultural war. I think we have a kind of how can I explain a kind of, you know, try to criminalize people in calm, you know. So even the cultural informations and information of songs and all the culture, you know. So it's a kind of challenge that we have to overcome in our society now.
Into that, what do you think?
Me? I think it's totally not fair. Like, about these cultural things, I think we shouldn't criminalize anything because it's a way of people expressing what they're feeling, what's happening with their life. So I think it's totally not fair.
Good. Lara, and you? Okay, Gustavo, go ahead.
Okay, Lara is eating. Well, I think it has some. Do you wanna go there, Lara, please?
I think it. Oh, my connection. I don't know what is happening because. Oh, go ahead. It's okay.
Okay. So I think when I was in the high school, I remember there was like a really, how can I say that? Well, there was a huge fuck. There was a a lot of people were listening to what we called proibidão, and there was like very tough words in that kind of music, and I think that's the reason people kind of associate the funk with this kind of words or reality. And I think there are two different things, like the criminals and the artists, in the funk.
Nice. And you, Lara?
I don't think that is fair because I think it's a way to express. People usually use songs to express these feelings and what they want to share. So I think it's not fair to criminalize this.
Yeah, I think it's important to remember that this was not the first time that it's happened. With samba also happened the same thing. So I think as Anita said, it's a problem because funk, samba, and other Brazilian rhythms are associated with a poor message, a poor bad background of Brazil, and some people don't like that image. The next question is, in your opinion, why funk mastered the world? Gustavo, please.
I believe it's because of the riff, and it's amazing. Everybody, when people listen to it for the first time, especially the people from all other countries, they love this song, because of the riff, and it's really different than everything else you listen.
Yeah, and you, Duda, what do you think?
What is mastered?
Dominate.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think funk mastered the world, but I think when, as Gustavo said, like when people hear the beat, like it's contagious. You can't not move. I think that's why they like it. But I think that maybe in the future, I don't know, like in the Emmys, I think it was in the Emmys, right? That
Grammy.
Grammy, yeah. I always confuse this promotions. I don't know how to say it, but I think people maybe in the future, hopefully, they will listen more to it. But I think it didn't get in this scale yet.
Nice. And you, Lara, what do you think?
I was about to say the same thing because I think it's contagious, it's almost impossible to keep things still, like listen funk. So yeah, I think it's because of this.
And you, Ender?
Yeah, I agree with you that I don't think the funk mastered the world, but it spread a lot, the message of the rhythm that we have here. It is interesting that the funk is not, a Brazilian rhythm, it's from United States. So we could, we make our, the rhythm or like our image, and it's very interesting how we appropriate the rhythm, the language of the sound, it's very interesting. And I think when the people out there, listen these songs, the rhythm is so interesting way, so different, so excited as well. I think it's the reason that the message was spread.
Yeah, here in Brazil, and as you said, funky was made in the United States, but there they usually mix kind of jazz and blues and styles, this kind of music. And here in Brazil, they start to to put electronic things and made it happen.
Yeah, I watched the documentary that the people talking about how the original rhythm of funk is tu 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 tu, the American rhythm, and the Brazilian, switch the rhythmic kind of tu cha cha tu tu cha tu tu, and the documentary, show all this transition, it's very amazing.
Great.
What is the name of it? Put on the chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna find that.
And they're showing the talent for music here.
Yeah, and the happy hour, he needs to do it, and everyone can sing.
This happy hour and Amira playing funk for us, like in the no instruments.
So guys, the next question is, it's not hard to see anonymous people becoming funk stars in few days. Do you believe that funk creates opportunities to people who don't have so many opportunities? Duda, please.
I don't know, like, of course it is a way to get opportunities, but I don't know if, like, it's very common in funk. I don't know what I'm saying, I'm just saying. But it's very common, like those funk singers, they like have one song that it's really famous. Like it's really hard for one funk singer to become like Anitta or I don't know, Pedro Sampaio, I don't know, this one's from today. But I think like we have a lot of funks from different people, but that is a like a hit in that moment. But then, yeah, I don't know how it happens, but that's it.
Yeah, I will bring this topic in some questions. Angel, uh, Angel.
Yeah, here my connect is lagging a lot. So yeah, I think I agree with Duda as well. You know, of course, create a lot of opportunity, and it's interesting because I kind of insert this teenager, this guys, you know, in a cultural way, you know, and I think maybe when start, you know, in this area, start in this field in the beginning, you know, they don't figure out what is, you know, the main culture, you know, the main purpose. So when you work with, you know, you learn a lot. For example, you can see Anita, for example, you know, nowadays she's so wise in terms of music, you know, and in terms of cultural purpose as well, you know, in context, it's very interesting, you know. So it's a way that we have to change our mind, you know, to enrich the culture.
Great. Angel, Lara, what do you think?
Yeah, I totally agree. I believe that create this opportunity, yes, because as we see, is the most part of the artist that now is now it's famous because of the funk. You start on this how can I say, like periferias in this kind of communities. So yeah.
Good. Gustav, Angel.
Yeah, I think I agree with Duda because Brazil has a lot of people, like 200 million people, and these musics generally these artists they have like one or two songs that are hit, you know, and then get reached really fast because of many people, but you don't see how often that often, you know, people like he having a career in that. So I think he has an they have an opportunity just like soccer players, you know, people that get famous really fast. But I don't see that as a career, you know, something for long terms, you know, purpose.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think, for example, MC Loma had one big song, the Carnival song, and everyone knows. And I think that it's really hard see the same artist and doing funk success for so long years. Okay, and I talk about it. The next question is, do you think is it to create funk? Gustav, please.
I don't think so. A couple of days ago, I was watching something in Fantástico, and it wasn't only about funk, but they were telling how it is to create like these hit songs, you know, that spread so fast and people love the refrão. I don't know how to say that, but there was a huge process. They have to, you know, repeat the steps, they mix the things, the songs, and so I think he has a lot of work. But some people has like the give it for doing it. You know, they have the ability.
Nice. Lara, and you, what do you think?
Yeah, I believe that the who have the ability to do this, maybe it's easy, but for me it's not because I don't have a creative for this and anything. But I think uh I don't know, like it's not so easy, but yeah, there's some people that know how to create, lyric and and put this on a rhythm. I don't know. So yeah,
Yeah, I think in terms of instruments and mm, need a place to record the music, funk is really easy because it's an electronic music. So all you need is a computer and microphone and everything can happen. In this way, it's easy, but to a hit, it's certain it's not easy. And
Yeah, I totally agree with you. It's very easy in terms of how to produce the song, but the music is more than only produce beat. You have to touch the people. The song. You have to how can I say, fix in the mind. Fix in the ear of the people. So it's not easy in that term. And I totally agree with you. It's hard because we have to understand the behavior of the people, that we will listen your song.
do that. Andy, what do you think?
I agree with you guys. Like, I really don't think that it's something easy because to have something good, like anyone can do I don't know, anything about any, like, oh, I forgot the name. Like I can say, oh, I'm doing funk and like two chak two, and then I say, oh, I made music, but it doesn't mean that it will like be something good and like created. I think it's something really hard. I admire. I admire all artists. That's it.
Yeah. So the next question is, Passinho was declared an intangible cultural heritage of Rio de Janeiro. Do you like to dance funk, watch people dancing, or you don't like the dance style? I will start with Endo because I cannot see he dance in funk. So go ahead, Endo.
You don't know me. You don't know me.
I'm sure that I don't know you.
uh, well, I think it's interesting because, well, it starts with song and then they create their own dancing, their own dancing, of the song, of the rhythm. So, how can this initiative, can be bigger, in terms of culture, and enrichment. And I really like because it reflects the old funk as well, the funk from, I don't know, New York, Brooklyn, and where the beginning of the rhythm. So a kind of happy as well. It's all related to poverty. Almost all related to poverty. It's a kind of subculture.
Nice. And you do that.
I love to dance, but I don't know how to do like passinho, the one like I don't know how to do it. But I really like. I forgot what I was gonna say. What is the question? The rest of the question. Yeah, like I like to watch. I like going to the parties. I like dancing a lot. I just love, really. I just love this energy. I was gonna ask Endo if he went to any party when he was here in UERJ or something like that, because like here in Rio, all the like parties in university or anywhere, it's only like funk, and it's really good.
For this reason, I love my friends, you know, of UERJ and UFRJ in Rural, because, you know, it's normal, it's common, the geologists only listen rock, you know. It's kind of the orthodox way of how to be geologist, so it's boring. And I love my friends from Rio de Janeiro because, you know, I can listen to other kind of songs and mainly funk.
Yeah, that's good. That's it. I was gonna say I saw Beyonce dancing passinho, so I think I just won my life, you know. I can die now.
Wait, were there at work?
Yeah, I was
Oh
there.
my god.
I was there in person and I
Oh,
saw
I
it.
can't believe. Oh, dude, I hate you.
I'm done with my life, you know. I already
Oh my
did.
god, it was my birthday. It was my birthday,
Really?
and I was in home watching. Like, she was crying.
next time you guys will come to Rio and you maybe you can see Beyonce.
My two dreams: go to Rock in Rio and see Beyonce.
It's really good.
Yeah, I agree with you. That moment was the last time she came to Brazil, and I'm still waiting for her. Yeah, I
Don't
wanna
cry,
cry. Gustavo, go ahead.
Come on, guys! I am laughing a lot here. I am the IT nerd, you know, so dance is not for me. I wasn't made for dancing, but I like watching people dancing, and sometimes I get thinking, oh, come on, how do these guys do it? You know, it's impossible for me, man. But I like seeing, you know, and in Passinho, it's really difficult. I think it's difficult because there are a lot of movements.
I was gonna say another thing that I was watching Big Brother and I saw how like the other girls, you know, people from other states, they don't like. I think it's because you guys don't listen a lot to funk, but it's really funny how, for example, Poca, of course, Poca, she's a funk singer, but Camila is not a funk singer and she dances really well. And when you see like Thais or VTube dancing, it's like, what's happening? It's really fun because here we like dance a lot and it's normal, so it's fun to see like people from other states dancing.
Yeah, I wanna die when I saw Gloria Groovin and doing a party on Big Brother. Jesus, it's all that I needed in this moment. So Lara and you, I think people from medicine, they know how to do a party. So
Oh god. Yeah, here there is a lot of funk in the parties and sertanejo always that I hate, but I don't know how to do espacinhos, but I like to watch. I wish I could do this. I try at least sometimes to dance, but it's not like karaoke. So yeah.
yeah, I think 3 years ago, I started to do physical activities, but I don't like gym and run and stuff like that. So I started to dance and I love choreographies. So funky choreographs are amazing. So I started to dance funky in my room, in my house, in the parties. So I really like funk. The next question is question number 7. Some people consider funk polemic in the lyrics, dance, and clothes. Do you consider funk polemic, Lara?
Yes, I do. Especially the lyrics, but it's not all of them. It's the most part of them, I believe, that I know. But yeah, I think it's very polemic, and I think what they want to is like the main point for the most the creatives, you know, they don't want to like put something to cover, you know, they just want to put out what they think and don't care about the polemics or things like this. So yeah, I think is it.
Yeah, and you, Gustavo.
I totally agree with her. I think, you know, I remember the black music, the in the clips. You know, we used to have a lot of these like sexy, and you know, people and the clothes and the song talks about it as well. But I think the Brazilian with the funk, the Brazilian clips, we take it to the next level. You know, so almost there are some clips when the people are almost naked, and so I think this is really polemic, but it was intended to do this way, but to attract more people attention and etc. So I think yes.
Yeah, and you, Wendell. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's polemic, but I don't know because sometimes I understand, you know, that they show who they are, you know, and how they live their freedom, you know. So it's polemic for a kind of, you know, ordinary society, you know, that want to make the one culture the main culture, you know, the culture of the rich people that, you know, have to be polite, have to hide your body, you know, something that you do it's can be aggressive or something like this, you know. And well, that's it.
Good. And you do that.
I agree. I agree with Enda. Like it's polemic, but it's how it is. You know, it's how like people in the communities they live. Like if you go to a community, the girls will be like using small shorts and like tops, and that's normal. It's how it is. Like it can be polemic for someone that is not used to it, but it's like the reflect of how it is in the society. So I think that's it.
Yeah, I think it's polemic when we compare funk with some another musical rhythm. But when I think about it, funk itself, things such are so equal sometimes that there's no much difference. So I think that this is the problem, that because normally people try to see in the funk and a pattern that it doesn't exist. For example, in sertanejo, they sing song about jellos and stuffs like that. And in funk, no, it's totally different. It's rhythm totally different. So of course you will sing about sex and drugs and people from favela, and it's okay. There's no problem. Next question is, do you think that funk can generate some discuss about social problems? Gustavo, please.
Yes, I think, and I think it's important because with you know, this heat is the music spreads so fast, and people that are that are not in part of this bubble, you know, they would probably never have access to these problems that are happening, and because of the popularity of the song, you know, they get involved in that, so in that problems. So I think it's important, and yes.
And you, Lara, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think it is something to put this thing like in or oh, how can I say? Oh my God, to share, because to put this in the view, and give more visibility to some questions that people are not used to discuss or not used to heard about. So yeah.
Good. Duda, and you?
Yeah, I agree with you guys. And I just remember an example, for example, there is like a problem in funk. It's how sexist it can be. Like through the years, it's all about like guys telling about girls, and things like that. And in the last years, like there are a lot of girls doing funk, and there's one funk that it's like the opposite. It's like, I'm not gonna say it because it's like a it's explicit, but it's really fun because it's like a girl telling about the guy, and when people listen to it, they feel like strange, like, oh my God, there's a girl saying that, and why when the guy is saying that about the girl, it's okay, so I think it's a social problem that they just show like that, and yeah, I think it's important. Maybe in happy hour I shared the I shared the song, but they're not gonna sing it.
Please, Bayoto. No, I'm joking. uh, so, Angel.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think, we can discuss about social problem with funk, and mainly because, funk is a rhythm in Brazil that, has originated in a specific part of, our society, and being natural. So, it's very interesting that, this emerge from the culture. It's kind of culture fusion, and the people do it. So we have to pay attention to these signals. And I totally think that, can discuss a lot of social problems with funk, real social problems.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think it's really important because in the videos and the song, they think about their lives, and sometimes they have no idea how is living in that place. So it's really hard to see with the same eyes. So it's really important to listen and really try to discuss about funk in our society. Question number 9 is, funk is quite criticized for its obscene lyrics, talk about violence and drugs. Do you consider talk about it, it's a problem? Do you think people don't like to hear the reality of a favela resident? Duda, please.
I don't think it's a problem. Like, if they talk about it, or if they don't, they will still do it. So I think that's not the point. So I don't know. It's a way for people seeing how it is, and yeah, I have not much more about it to say about it.
And you, Lara.
Yeah, I think the problem that I see, the biggest problem, is the way they talk about this, because especially my parents. My parents hate all the kind of funk. So when they listen when they heard the sound, and when you start the lyrics, they like, oh my God, take this off. You don't listen to this. They don't how can I say, prohibir, I forgot, for oh, I don't know. They don't do it, but they don't like the neighbors start to put some kind of music like this. They get like, oh my God, this is not a song. because of the lyrics and the way they talk. So I think this is the main problem or the main point in this. So yeah, I think it is important to talk about this and to show it this. So depends of what is your public, what you want to achieve. Because if you want to achieve people that is adults or like my parents, they will not listen to you if you are singing this way. So yeah, I think it's
Amazing, Lara. And Gustavo, and you?
Yes, I agree. I think the question here is who, to who you are talking about, because people that are more conservative, more strict to the old way of thinking, those people don't like and don't want to hear about the reality of the favela, about funk at all. So for those people, it could be a problem. But for other people, it's normal and people like funk. They talk about it. They enjoy funk. So the question I think is who.
Yeah, I agree with you. And you.
Yeah, I think, if they talk about this, it's because it exists, and we can, close our eyes and, pretend that we don't see it happening in our country. Another point is, it's the Brazil always try to hide the poverty, and don't try to understand, my opinion. So don't try to, to have the sensible in terms of how to really comprehend, the reality of this people. So that's it, If they talk like this, about drugs and about violence, we have to comprehend the reason, the reason. The point is the reason. That's it.
Good. So, guys, welcome back. And Paula, how was the conversation? Do you talk so much about funk?
Yeah, it was really awesome. And I thought that I would not have things to share or to talk about, but it was great. And I'm looking for Yuri because he was talking about a guy, a singer, and then he disappeared. And I'm curious right now. I don't know what happened, but it was really great, Leo. Thank you. And it's funny because it's something that probably I'll never talk about. And now I'm here talking about it in English. It's interesting.
Yeah, on the happy hour, Duda will share a song with us. So I'm waiting for that moment. And you, José Cassiano.
Yes, it was great, but I was a leader of the group class. Then I'm not so good to be or to talking about in a group class yet. But I believe in the future I will be better. But it was great to talk about the funk. But I'm not so good to be honest with you guys, I don't care about the style of the funk, but I respect about this leader, this style.
I would like to add, Leo, if you let me, that he is being modest because he did great job being the leader of the room. I just asked if he could because I was tired, or Rafael because Carol is kind of new here, and he just say, "Okay, I'll go," and did.
I'm sure that he was a good leader. And so, Carol, how was the conversation?
I was going to say the same. I thought he was a great leader. And it was good. I think it's a topic that brings a lot of things to discuss. And I like the questions and also the video that I shared before. I think it was good at all.
So, okay. Okay, guys, I will choose the next topic. So I will share with you 3 options.
And a
And
spoiler. Great.
yeah, but
Options. I don't even have one. No, we have 3.
Exactly
Exactly.
what I was thinking.
Yeah, definitely he learned with Paula, you know.
Paula teach me.
Oh,
Yeah, so oh Jesus. Okay, I send 3 topics, so you can vote in the feedback form, and you can choose between Brazilian rhythms. We can still talking about rhythms, but in general ways, not just about a funk. We can talk about a friendship or a therapy session with You'll Be Found. So, guys,
well, so you know what? I think you already have your month planned. You know, your whole month planned. But remember, next week probably we'll talk about politics. So
It's the
it's
other.
in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. I
Yeah.
think sorry.
You give a spoiler.
Yes, but everybody knows.
Yeah,
Don't-
everybody
don't
knows.
they?
All
Yeah,
the
sorry.
host knows.
Sorry. Oh, I need to remember to keep my tongue inside my mouth.
So that's it, guys. Vote on the feedbacks, and I'm ready for that. So thank you, guys, and wash your hands. Stay in home if it's possible, and join with us in the happy hour on Wellington's meeting. And is it? See you.
Thank you, guys.
Great.
Yeah, just a
Guys,
spoiler.
stay
Thank you.
safe,
Of this
please.
session.